Mission 2 is the first of 3 restaurant missions in any percent. We start in the northwest corner of the map, making our way southeast through the interior of the building. We'll be making extensive use of dashes to beat multiple breakpoints, catching the boss well before he reaches the shoji. Run forward, forward, left, and draw sword. Jump and climb onto the path, then immediately jump left to grab the wall next to the second hanging lantern. L jump into the courtyard, followed by 2 dashes and an L jump over the fence. Run next to the lantern and L jump into the hallway, then start a 6-long dash sequence to the corner. Run around the corner and launch a dash sequence to the boss door, dancing around the hallway guard in the process. XA slash through the door into a DRJ across the room, finishing with an aerial SK on the boss. Aim for times under 22 seconds. The movement in this mission, especially the dash sequences, must be done cleanly to beat the 2 breakpoints of this mission: the hallway guard and the boss. In some sense, these 2 breakpoints can be thought of as one, as failing to reach the hallway guard before he turns will almost always prevent you from reaching the boss before he rounds the corner of the boss room. The key is to avoid running as much as possible. Establish angles of attack quickly with a run, then start the dash sequences immediately afterward. To do this, we leverage 2 critical mechanics of dashes. Since dashes are done with the right trigger, dash sequences will always travel in the facing direction of the character. Secondly, the trajectory can be adjusted in a range between forward left and forward right without breaking out of the sequence. This concept is referred to as dash modulation. We use the first attribute to very quickly establish a dashing direction once we land on the walkway. Same goes for the second walkway dash sequence. Of course, trying to establish dashing vectors this quickly can yield some, shall we say, creative angles. This is where dash modulation can be leveraged. If the initial vector isn't too wildly off course, the dash trajectory can be adjusted mid-sequence as necessary. Even if the initial angle seems perfect, we still do some adjustments as we near the hallway guard and the boss room. The entire reason we're so particular about beating the hallway guard's breakpoint is that we don't want the detection. The detection won't cause a Ninja 1 ranking, but alerting an enemy will cause the right trigger to lock onto them, rendering further dashes useless. For the most consistent outcome, we dance around the hallway guard and stay as far left as possible afterward, trying to avoid detections from the 2 room guards to the right. These detections can cascade to the boss, rendering an SK unobtainable. While it's not always possible to avoid the room guard detections, the opportunity cost to try to avoid them is very low. The critical problem is the boss RNG. He has a fast and slow pattern, which counterintuitively represent bad and good RNG respectively. If he shows a slow pattern, we catch the boss at the direct opposite side of the room, assuming decently tight movement. If he shows a fast pattern, the boss will be at the southwest corner of the room and turning the corner to face towards the door. The slow pattern is much easier to execute upon. The distance that needs to be covered is less, and there's plenty of leeway for getting the SK in case earlier sections were slow. With the fast pattern, it can be incredibly difficult to catch the boss before he turns the corner. If earlier sections weren't done cleanly, it can be impossible. Minor time wastes like these can be enough of a delay to yield an unworkable fast boss pattern. There is one game mechanic that can alleviate the issue. As touched upon in the pre-run prep tutorial, the boss has a chance to stagger back as you come hurtling through the air at him, granting plenty of time to secure the SK. This is not consistent, and there will be times in which the boss readies up while you're still in transit. If your movement has some slop in it, and you see the fast pattern, your run will suddenly become dependent on whether or not the boss staggers. Tighten up movement and the issue will no longer be a factor. The slash into DRJ maneuver allows us to quickly catch the boss while he's still on the opposite side of the room. Since the XA cancels the slash with a dash, we can chain an R jump to the end of that dash. For more info about R jumps and DRJs, Check the DRJ tutorial linked here and in the description.